Okay guys, I'm gonna tell you a story. There was a 15-year-old boy. He didn't really know much about tech, but he was intrigued by it. That boy was me. As soon as I heard of Android, I spent months and months researching and saving. I couldn't wait to get my hands on an Android device. But as you can imagine, there was not too much money available to a 15-year-old kid. The very day, I'd accumulated £80, which is more than I'd ever saved in my entire life. I set out, the happiest guy in the world, to buy my Android phone. And I knew this wasn't the best phone, obviously it had problems. So I spent time researching. I spent hours upon hours, weeks upon weeks, tweaking the phone, installing custom ROMs, overclocking it. And in the process, I learned a hell of a lot. And it was then that I realized I could help someone. So I basically accumulated everything I knew into an 8-minute video on how to optimize this phone. And I couldn't believe it. People actually watched the video. People liked it. People commented on it. And when the video hit 1,000 views, I know it's not much looking back, but I felt like I'd conquered the world, because for the first time ever I felt like I could really make a difference. So I rode the wave. I was getting hold of everything I could afford, borrow and find, making videos on it, feeling for once in my life that I could really change something. And I knew my videos sucked in quality. I knew my voice at the time, I sounded like a cheese grater. But it still hurt when people told me. Amidst the few good comments, amidst the love, there was hate everywhere. Yet I was pouring my heart into what I did. I really just wanted to help, so you can imagine it was painful. And what I've learned is that you just have to rise above it. Yes, some people use constructive criticism and that's great. You should listen to it, but this was more than that. I became more determined than ever. I was on 2,000 subscribers. This was March 2014. And I decided at that point that I was going to get to 100,000. I was going to show these guys that I could do it. But something had to change. So I began to upload videos every day. Every single day. For 5 months flat. Whether exams, holiday, rain or shine, I would finish my homeworks at break time, run home and film a video. Sometimes I'd work into the night. I would get 5 hours of sleep or maybe even less. Even during my A-level exams, I was just filming. I was pretty obsessed at this point. Slowly but surely, my channel began to grow. From 1 to 2 subscribers per day, I started to get 4, then 10, then 30. I'd made a whole list of things that I wanted to get, and using every single bit of money, one by one I got them. New camera, tripod, lights. And this was not some sort of studio setup at this point. My lights, they were meant for fish tanks, and my tripod was about as smooth as industrial sandpaper. I would watch those who were better than me, stalk them almost. I would look at their videos, look again. I managed to destroy my A-level exams, and the summer that followed me was amazing. From 5,000 subscribers, I went all the way to 9,000. I gained real fans, people who actually enjoyed what I did. And for me, that was totally alien. I couldn't believe it. You know, watching my own videos, I was quite surprised. But this was a really, really good time. But then uni hit. And that was a huge blow. All of a sudden, as well as all the other stuff I had to do, there was a huge pressure to be social. There were society commitments, family commitments, and a huge amount of work. After a while, I had to actually start thinking rationally. I had to be smart about the way I was doing it. I would go to parties with water, pretending it was alcoholic. I would sometimes get to a club and just run straight home to carry on filming. Using my YouTube revenue, I could finally afford a much better camera. My quality continued to go up, and my spare time down. And I'll be honest, this was a very tough time for me. I was struggling, and I really wanted to give up a lot of times. Guys, whether in YouTube, life, or anything that you do, you're gonna have this problem, and you just need to be able to get up and change the way you think. You don't need to be the best at everything. You can't. Nobody can. But you need to be able to try. If you give everything your best shot, then be satisfied with that, because that is all you can do. And as a result, I became a much more happy person. My stress was lower, and I managed to cope. I totally destroyed my university exams in the end. I made more friends than I've ever thought even possible. And best bit, I came out with 30,000 subscribers. And once again, piling in every bit of money that I had, I bought a 4K camera. I bought the best microphone that I could possibly afford, and to be honest, to this day, I've still not spent a penny of my YouTube money on anything but this channel, and I hope to keep it that way. I was more determined than ever, and then it happened. Something amazing, something so incredible that it was just beyond my wildest imagination. One of my videos went viral, so I uploaded it. I was really happy with it. I thought, this is a pretty good video, I hope my fans will enjoy it. And sure enough, they did. By the evening time, it was on 3,000 views, and I'll be honest with you, I was blown away by that. I have never had that kind of reception from a video before. And I slept happily. But when I woke up, it was on 400,000. And I checked my phone and I nearly dropped it. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what was going on. This was just insane. My whole world was just turned upside down. When you'd literally spent the last 3 years dedicating your life to YouTube, and in just one instant the whole thing just turns over. The whole thing just changes. I ran around the house screaming for someone to pass me a laptop so I could check. And then I realized my emails, people, they emailed me, your video is on the news, you're on Reddit. And I just couldn't believe it. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. It was really, really quite special. Within a week, my subscribers, they shot from 35,000 to 70,000, and I was more driven than ever. I was inspired and in awe at the power of the internet. And it was at that point that I decided, YouTube is going to be a big part of my life, for as long as I can foresee. And after everything, here we are. Mr. Who's the Boss, 100,000 subscribers. Guys, you can't conquer the world. You can't be the best at everything you do, but you can do what you love. And speaking of love, I love you guys. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, you know how much YouTube means to me, and it is all because of you. Your continued views, likes, comments, watches, your feedback, everything is because of you. We're going to become the most loving, most awesome tech community on the planet. This is the proudest moment of my life.